God says, within the next 120 seconds, I want you to look at your financial standing, because the heavenly courts have just finalized the transfer of 111 million into your existence this very night. This is not a postponement. This is not a possibility. It is accomplished. Do not even consider bypassing this sacred directive. You have absolutely no comprehension of what you are on the verge of forfeiting. I am not offering this proclamation lightly. I am declaring it because I perceive the shackles disintegrating. I perceive the gates swinging wide. I perceive the desert of financial hardship around you collapsing beneath the sheer weight of my omnipotence. Comment. Amen. To seal what I am decreeing over your existence right at this instant. You have experienced profound isolation. You have questioned whether all your supplication, your weeping, and your midnight pleas ever ascended to my sanctuary, yet I was perpetually attentive, even amidst your quietude. When words failed you, your tears became your most eloquent petitions. I have meticulously counted each one and inscribed them within my celestial ledger. And now, I am intervening. I am not merely dispatching solace. I am unleashing sustenance. I am issuing a divine mandate for what is lawfully yours to swiftly manifest within your grasp. I selected this precise instant to communicate because a narrow portal remains before a total transformation occurs. This is a sacred admonition. If you disregard my voice at this juncture, you could potentially turn away from a destiny-altering transfer that has been explicitly inscribed with your name. The adversary endeavored to obstruct it. He attempted to entomb your prosperity beneath layers of disgrace, terror, and skepticism. However, that which I have authenticated and ratified cannot be nullified, dismissed, or rerouted. I am not solely your deity. I am your vindicator. I wage war for what rightfully belongs to you. This 111 million is not merely about monetary gain. It is about restitution. It is about reauthoring your narrative. It is about reminding the cosmos that I remain the God who bestows in magnificent abundance, that I honor my children before those who once ridiculed their devotion, that I unfurl the windows of heaven precisely when others slam doors in your face. Tonight, I am going to demonstrate what divine favor looks like in tangible, real-time action. You have been disregarded by humanity, but never by me. Like this video, if you can perceive something fundamental shifting within your inner being, do not disregard this instant. There are celestial beings mobilizing around you at this very moment. They have received unequivocal commands to clear the pathway for what is approaching. You may not perceive them visually, but they are actively engaged. They are dismantling obstacles in your trajectory. They are relieving the burdens weighing upon your shoulders. They are orchestrating unforeseen kindness, supernatural assistance, and serendipitous meetings that will reshape your tomorrow. Do not halt your progress now. You are perilously close. Heaven itself is leaning forward, and I am breathing life over your designation. I have observed how you have endured conflicts designed to fracture you. You have maintained loyalty even when exhaustion consumed you. You held on to belief when nothing appeared rational, and for that, I am rewarding you publicly, not in obscurity, not in silence, but in the sight of the very world that witnessed your tribulation. The 111 million I am unleashing tonight will serve as a testament, not merely of affluence, but of spiritual equity, of divine recompense. You are not abandoned. You are not unseen by me. Comment 1:1. If you accept that this is being actualized for you in this instant, I want you to retain this truth, my child. The world instructs you to labor relentlessly, to strive incessantly, to grind until you shatter. Yet my dominion functions on an entirely different principle. I bless those who find their rest in me. I elevate those who yield control. You have fulfilled your part. Now, permit me to accomplish what only I can. Allow me to alleviate the strain upon you. Allow me to shoulder what has been crushing your spirit. I will not permit your downfall. I will not allow you to be submerged. I will not let you forfeit what I have guaranteed you. There is an individual who questioned your potential, someone who asserted you would never ascend, yet I am about to compel them to observe you rising to heights they never conceived possible, not out of vengeance, but as irrefutable evidence that I champion my chosen ones. I never allow faith to go unrewarded. I never permit my child to be entombed beneath the falsehoods of the adversary. You are not destined for fragments. You are not created to exist in scarcity. You are fashioned for abundance, for stability, for the kind of tranquility that remains unshaken when the tempest arrives. When I instruct you to examine your bank account, I am not solely referencing your finances. I am referring to your entire existence. Examine your inner peace. I am augmenting it. Examine your joy. I am reinstating it. Examine your fortitude. I am revitalizing it. This is a total metamorphosis, a complete reversal, an extraordinary overnight transformation that only I could engineer. And I am executing it now, not because you merited it, but because my love for you is that profound. Comment 222. If you place your trust in what I am orchestrating for you, I am not sluggish in my actions. I am deliberate with purpose. And now, the period of waiting has concluded. The season of stagnancy is transitioning into a season of acceleration. You will no longer be trapped in spiritual gridlock. I am clearing the thoroughfare. I am expediting what was previously retarded. I are dismantling conventional timelines to deliver blessings to you sooner than anticipated. What was projected to require years will now unfold in days. What seemed distant will suddenly manifest in close proximity. I do not require human authorization to bless you. I do not need the endorsement of those who disparage you. I am God, self-sufficient and sovereign, and when I declare something is yours, no power on earth or in the abyss can impede it. The transmission of this wealth has already been initiated. I simply require you to remain receptive, stay in alignment, persist in your belief. Do not allow your present circumstances to distract you from my clandestine operations. The number 111 is not arbitrary. It is a divine verification, a sacred autograph, an indication that you are synchronized with heaven's blueprint. Every time you encounter it, recall this moment. Remember that I forewarned you, that I equipped you before its arrival, that I am not speculating about your future. I am the architect who composed it, and I have ordained favorable things, monumental things, God-sized things for you. What if a mere 7-second cerebral exercise could genuinely annihilate your debt and saturate your existence with unstoppable prosperity? A startling CIA disclosure has just unveiled a 7-second practice now enabling everyday individuals to eliminate debt and attract limitless affluence. Verified by 4 premier neuroscience laboratories, this straightforward at-home method is transmuting financial predicaments into aspirational lifestyles. New residences, vehicles, vacations, it is manifesting for authentic people. However, the authorities might suppress this secret at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it is permanently expunged. You are not accursed, you are not forsaken, you are not ineligible. You are favored, elected, consecrated, and I will ensure that every declaration I have made over your life comes to fruition. I will not permit you to conclude in disgrace. I will not allow you to remain in destitution. I will not let the adversary ridicule your journey any longer. I am interceding with sacred fire and celestial wealth to elevate you more powerfully than ever. At the conclusion of this segment, remember this truth. When you adhere to my voice, you unlock the portals to wonders, and this is that critical juncture. Now inhale profoundly, because what transpires next will tremor the ground beneath you in the most exquisite manner. Remain prepared. The subsequent release is imminent. Comment 333 to proclaim your faith in what I have already initiated in your life. I perceive your sacrifices, the ones no one else applauded. I witnessed the moments when you gave even when your own resources were meager. I saw when you chose to worship while nursing your wounds. And now, heaven has reacted. The release is not coincidental. It is a sacred response to your fidelity in private. I reward openly what is cultivated in secrecy. You believed I was silent, but I was fabricating a miracle that would silence every uncertainty you ever harbored. You are not relegated to a forgotten corner. You are being elevated into the luminosity. I am positioning you in spaces you never applied for. I are inscribing your name upon the hearts of individuals who will bless you unexpectedly, not because you pleaded, not because you forced your way in, but because you entrusted me when logic dictated otherwise. I never overlook a moment. I never forget a heart that inclines toward me during anguish, and I am demonstrating that to you now. Do not allow fear to dissuade you from your destined moment. Do not allow your history to whisper falsehoods about your intrinsic value. What I am bestowing upon you has no correlation with your transgressions. It is entirely contingent upon my mercy, my covenant, and my favor. You were created for more than mere survival. You were fashioned for a life that magnifies me through joy, serenity, and superabundance. I am not blessing you to tantalize you. I am blessing you to establish my renown through your existence. There will be those who attempt to decipher why this is occurring for you. Allow them to speculate. Allow them to conjecture. Allow them to wonder. I am not doing this for their benefit. I am doing this because I cherish you with a love deeper than any ocean. I am doing this because I am your Father. And when a father observes their child suffering, he intervenes. I have witnessed you endure more than the majority. That is precisely why I have selected you for more than most receive. Comment 555. If you sense my protective presence enveloping you at this instant, I did not overlook the nights you wept in isolation. I did not disregard your prayers that you could not even vocalize. I carried those unspoken words within my spirit. I preserved them in memory, and now I am responding in a manner that surpasses your wildest imagination. This is not merely assistance. This is a harvest, and what you are about to enter is a field you never believed you would possess. Yet I am granting it to you, not for ostentation, but to display my splendor. I am dispatching confirmation after confirmation. You will observe signs encircling you, recurring numbers, unforeseen telephone calls, accessible doors, and a tranquil serenity that defies explanation. All of it is my handiwork. I am etching this moment so you will never forget it, so that when you reflect years from now, you will declare, "That was the evening everything transformed. I am turning the page. A new chapter is commencing, and this time it is filled with breakthroughs that no human agency can obstruct. There are individuals who departed from your life. Release them. I permitted their exit because their presence would have contaminated your impending blessing. You do not require their validation when you possess my anointing. I have elected people who will celebrate you, uplift you, and accompany you into the subsequent level. You will no longer have to diminish yourself to gain acceptance. I am sending those who perceive you through the lens of the Spirit. When the adversary attempted to dismiss you, I rewrote the conclusion. When the world labeled you a failure, I proclaimed you victorious. And my voice carries infinitely more authority than any other. I am not finished demonstrating my power through your life. In fact, I am merely commencing. What lies ahead is not exclusively for you. It is for your family, your descendants, and everyone connected to your obedience. Comment 1212. If you are prepared to accept what I have dispatched on its way, there is nothing arbitrary about what is transpiring. The spiritual warfare you have recently experienced was a confirmation that a major shift was imminent. The pressure escalated because the adversary foresaw what was approaching, yet he cannot halt it. I have secured it. I have surrounded it. The 111 million is not just currency. It is an emblem of divine favor and multiplication. I am restoring what was plundered and providing you with more than you requested. Do not evaluate your subsequent move based on your current conditions. Evaluate it based on my promise, and my promise is unequivocal. I will never allow the righteous to go without. I will never let faith plummet to the ground unfulfilled. I will never permit my child to remain unprotected. You are cloaked in my love, my grace, and my authority. You have traversed through fire and remained unscathed because I was with you. And now, you will stride into favor and encounter no denial. There is an urgency within my spirit at this moment because this release is time-sensitive. You must remain present. You must stay connected. Do not drift. Do not hesitate. Be vigilant. Anticipate my movement. Speak aloud what I have communicated to you. Declare that it is accomplished. Stand firm in the authority I have vested in you. Heaven is not merely hoping this will occur. It is already set in motion. Now your heart must believe it, and your lips must consent to it. Could a CIA-leaked brainwave ritual be the swiftest shortcut to a life of opulence? Newly declassified CIA research has just exposed a mind-boggling brainwave technique that is enabling ordinary people to attract massive wealth almost instantaneously. This 7-second home practice, authenticated by 4 neuroscience laboratories, is transforming debt into dream homes, automobiles, and luxury getaways. If you are reading this, consider yourself fortunate. This page could be removed at any time. Click the link in the description and comments to unlock the secret before it vanishes forever. When I instructed you to examine your bank account, I did not solely mean your monetary balance. I meant scrutinize your expectancy, examine your hope, evaluate your alignment, because where your spirit harmonizes with mine, wonders are conceived. And that is the essence of tonight, a celestial delivery from the heavens directly into your existence. No more uncertainty, no more postponements, just my word materializing in your circumstances. Comment 777. If you perceive the breakthrough already approaching you, the adversary attempted to persuade you that nothing was occurring. He whispered that you were being neglected, that nothing was transforming, that perhaps you had missed your opportunity. Yet he deceived you. Every single moment of your waiting was saturated with my clandestine activity. I was aligning the appropriate individuals, orchestrating the perfect timing, removing impediments, and safeguarding what was destined for you. I never lost sight of your miracle, and I never will. Some nights, you could not even raise your head. You were too depleted, too exhausted. You presented a smile to others, yet your soul was barely cohesive. I witnessed that. I observed the clandestine battles that no one else knew about, and I declared, "Enough. Tonight is my response to those silent nights. You have endured sufficiently. Now it is time to receive. Receive joy. Receive peace. Receive financial abundance that defies all earthly logic. You are transitioning into a season where I will no longer permit you to be regarded as ordinary. You are not mediocre. You are chosen. My radiance is upon you. You will begin to notice how people interact with you differently, how doors swing open without exertion, how opportunities begin to pursue you instead of you chasing them. That is not luck. That is me. That is the insignia of favor I have placed upon your life." Comment 999. If you believe my hand is already upon your life at this instant, this transfer, this financial release is not solely for survival, it is for revival. I am resurrecting your joy. I am restoring what they attempted to steal from you. I am reinstating you to a position of influence where you no longer exist under duress, but under divine purpose. The 111 million you will witness is not merely money. It is a key to unlock the subsequent chapter, a key to silence your detractors, a key to demonstrate to the world that placing trust in me is never futile. I have been operating in ways you could not perceive. While others were occupied with doubting you, I was occupied with constructing your reward. While others ridiculed your belief, I was preparing to vindicate you. The things I am unleashing now will humble those who attempted to undermine you. But more importantly, they will elevate you into the position I promised you years ago. You may have assumed I forgot. I never did. I am bestowing upon you a peace that currency cannot procure, and I am reinforcing it with a financial blessing that no human can obstruct. I am going to overwhelm you with goodness in the very areas where you were once shattered. Where you once calculated every penny, you will now witness abundance. Where you once pleaded for assistance, you will now be positioned to assist others. I am reversing the strain. I am shifting the current. I know there were days you felt invisible. I know how difficult it was to maintain your composure when you were terrified about how things would resolve, but you did not surrender. You did not cease believing. Even in your most vulnerable moments, you whispered my name. That whisper reached the heavens, and that whisper has now resonated into a thunderous wave of favor. I am moving rapidly. Remain open, remain prepared. You are about to be overtaken by blessings. Comment 1. If you trust my voice more than the tumult surrounding you, you will look back on this season and recognize it was the foundation for something greater. You were not being penalized. You were being prepared. The delay was not rejection. It was redirection. I had to position you in the appropriate space with the appropriate heart before I could release what I always intended to give you. And now, the moment has materialized. The heavenly vaults are unsealed, and what belongs to you is cascading forth. Do not be distracted by transient discomfort. Do not allow current struggles to divert your focus. Your spirit recognizes that the transformation is already occurring. You can sense it, that profound stirring, that unexpected serenity, that quiet certitude that something is approaching. It is all me. I am signaling to your soul that the waiting period is over, and now I require you to fully concur with me. Verbalize it, believe it, anticipate it. My child, you are more than your history. You are more than your financial statement. You are more than the opinions of those who failed to recognize your value. I perceive you completely. I know your capabilities, and I trust you enough to bless you in this manner. I am not blessing you because you are flawless. I am blessing you because you persisted in believing when everything around you urged you to quit. That kind of faith profoundly moves me, and I never disregard it. Do not underestimate what is happening in this very instant. Even now, angels are still mobilizing. They are dismantling unseen opposition. They are facilitating documents, approvals, and divine alignments that will all converge to bring this miracle into your possession. You are not tardy. You are not off course. You are precisely where you need to be to receive what I have planned for you. When the miracle arrives, and it will, I want you to remember that I accomplished this. Not fortune, not people, me. And I did it because you belong to me. Comment 1515. If you recognize that something formidable is being released for you right now, there is a truth I want you to grasp deeply. What you are about to step into has already received my divine approval. It is not reliant on human systems. It is not entangled in bureaucracy. It is not languishing in a queue of neglected promises. It is being dispatched in this very hour. I do not operate on humanity's timetable. I function on divine directive, and the directive has been issued. The blessing is in motion. The gates are swinging wide open. Is it genuinely possible for a 7-second ritual to transform financial hardship into overnight prosperity? This leaked, CIA-backed study uncovers a 7-second monetary practice that is revolutionizing lives at this very moment. Endorsed by 4 neuroscience laboratories, it recalibrates your brain to magnetically attract wealth. Individuals once bankrupt are now inhabiting their aspirational existences, lavish residences, brand new vehicles, exotic travel. But this secret will not remain accessible online indefinitely. Click the description and comments now to gain access before it is permanently expunged. You have no concept of how many supplications, whispers, and cries you have uttered that influenced heaven on your behalf. Some of those cries originated from your deepest abyss. Some of those prayers emerged when you were utterly depleted of strength. Yet each one was intercepted by me, and now I am dispatching a harvest that corresponds to every tear, every sleepless night, every occasion you gave when you had nothing left to offer. You did not merely survive, you entrusted, and I reward trust like that. This transfer is a response to more than just finances. It is a restoration of hope, a healing of the mind, a realignment of your destiny. I am not merely patching the surface. I am delving deep, healing wounds you had even forgotten existed. That sensation in your chest, the peace, the sudden warmth, the feeling of liberation, is the evidence that my spirit is affirming this word for you. You are not imagining it. You are experiencing me. Comment 1717. If you trust me to guide you from waiting to triumph, I am moving in ways that will astonish you. You will witness things breaking open that were sealed for years. You will encounter sudden approvals, favor from individuals you have never met, unforeseen deposits, and divine upgrades that require no justification. That is what transpires when I manifest. I do not bless based on regulations. I bless based on relationship, and your relationship with me has always been genuine, raw, and honest. That is what I cherish most about you. I am aware of what you have lost. I know the burden you carry even when you smile. I know the heaviness you push through daily. Yet I am lifting that now. This 111 million is more than a breakthrough. It is the evidence that your suffering was not futile. I utilize pain as preparation, and I perpetually transform tears into testimony. You will testify soon, loudly, and you will declare, God did this for me. Allow the world to mock if they must. Allow them to doubt if they need to. I did not make this promise to them. I made it to you. I whispered it into your spirit when no one was observing. I confirmed it repeatedly through signs, dreams, numbers, and moments of tranquility. And now I am concluding what I initiated. I am the God who finishes. I do not leave things incomplete. I do not tantalize. I perfect. You may not comprehend how this will materialize, yet it is not your responsibility to decipher it. It is your responsibility to believe me. I am not requesting you to relocate mountains. I am requesting you to trust that I can, that I will, that I already have, because even before you perceive the complete picture, it is already accomplished in my dimension. Heaven operates ahead of time, and your blessing has already permeated your present. Comment, Amen. If your heart is receptive to what I am about to execute next, I perceive the way you have encouraged others while contending with your own battles. I see how you have loved those who did not reciprocate your affection. I have observed you pouring from an empty vessel, anticipating nothing in return, and now I am about to overflow that vessel. You will not simply be replenished, you will be renewed. You will feel lighter, clearer, and profoundly aligned with me. That is the effect of my glory. It does not merely fill bank accounts, it nourishes souls. There are new beginnings materializing around you. Do not resist them. Walk into them with courage, with confidence, with the quiet assurance that I hold you securely in my palm. You are not stepping into darkness, you are stepping into destiny. Every step is guided, every connection is divine, every opportunity is meticulously crafted by me. Even your delays were designed to shield you from premature breakthroughs. I waited until you were prepared, and now you are. I want you to begin anticipating sudden change. Do not become comfortable in hardship. Do not normalize stress. That is no longer your portion. That season is concluding. And what is unfolding is filled with joy, clarity, and resources originating from sources you did not expect. I am not merely satisfying needs. I am fulfilling dreams, and you will recognize it is me because it will feel too immaculate to articulate. The next time you examine your bank account, something will shift. Perhaps it will not be the number at first, but the faith within your spirit will be undeniable. You will know. You will sense it. You will experience the peace that only I can impart. That is when you will know the spiritual transaction is complete, and when that occurs, the physical release is merely moments behind. Comment 1:1. If you believe that your miracle has already been dispatched, I am cognizant of the doubts that have subtly infiltrated. I have heard your thoughts in the stillness of night, those moments when you questioned if this was all in vain. I understand how your heart grew weary, how the waiting tested your faith. Yet even amidst that, you never released your hold. And because of that fragile yet faithful grip, I am responding with abundance. You may have waited longer than others, but you are about to receive more than most. There were individuals who dismissed you. They observed your struggle and assumed you were forgotten. Yet I am about to elevate you in a manner that silences every voice that questioned your worth. This is not about proving anything to people. This is about me demonstrating to you the depth of my love for you all along. I have been safeguarding this moment for you. And now that you are here, I will not withhold it. What is approaching will arrive with clarity. There will be no confusion, no doubt. It will bear the peace that exclusively emanates from my presence. You will not have to force it. You will not have to pursue it. It will arrive gently, suddenly, and undeniably. Those around you will perceive the shift. They will notice the difference in your demeanor, your confidence, your smile. That is the glory resting upon you. That is the evidence of divine favor. Comment 222. If you trust that I am acting on your behalf even now, have you heard about the top secret practice the government wishes to conceal? Imagine if a solitary 7-second ritual could eradicate your debts and effortlessly draw prosperity to you. A leaked CIA report and leading neuroscience laboratories confirm it is not a myth. Struggling families are transitioning into dream residences with complete tranquility. Yet the authorities may suppress this secret at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it is permanently expunged. This 111 million is not solely for your comfort. It is for your vocation. I am positioning you as a luminary in places where obscurity has persisted too long. I am placing resources in your hands so you can reconstruct, restore, and revitalize what others have abandoned. I trust you. That is why I am selecting you. You have demonstrated to me that success will not divert your heart from me. You have proven that my presence holds more significance to you than any material possession. You are about to receive what others could not because you remained faithful when others surrendered. You are about to traverse doors others were barred from because you never ceased praising. You did not quit, and now heaven is rewarding your perseverance. I do not compensate modestly. I do not restore partially. I exceed expectations. I heal completely. I bless completely. I promote completely. What you are stepping into is larger than what you requested. Your name is being uttered in rooms you have never entered. Your story is reaching ears that need to hear what you have endured and how I sustained you. I am amplifying your voice, not for self-aggrandizement, but to glorify my name. You will speak from triumph. You will speak from restoration. And others will recognize that I remain the God who creates a path where none existed. This is not a lottery. This is legacy. I am granting you access to wealth, yes, but I am also bestowing wisdom to manage it. I will reveal how to build without burning out, how to lead without losing your peace, how to give without depleting. I will navigate you through this upcoming season with a steady hand. You will not have to undertake this alone. I will accompany you step by step. Comment 333. If you are prepared to walk hand in hand with me into your subsequent chapter, you are not imagining the tranquility you currently feel. That is me. You are not mistaken about the signs you have recently observed. That is me. Every repeating number, every confirming word, every wave of calm amidst turmoil, these are my fingerprints. I am signaling to you that everything is precisely on course. Even when external appearances remain unchanged, everything is transforming internally, and soon it will manifest in ways no one can deny. You are my beloved, my chosen, my anointed. The pain you have endured has not escaped my notice. I observed you maintaining kindness when mistreated. I observed you remaining generous when resources were low. I observed you serving while your heart was fracturing, and now I will reward you openly, not for attention, not for applause, but because my love perpetually finds a means to overflow. I do not withhold from those receptive to receiving. I am restoring your self-assurance. The voice that once quivered will now speak boldly. The heart that once doubted will now believe with fervor. The hands that once trembled in anxiety will now overflow with strength. You have traversed the wilderness, and now you are crossing into the promised land. It is not a fantasy. It is not a hope. It is a divine reality unfolding before your very eyes. And regardless of what transpires next, perpetually remember this. I chose you before the money, before the blessings, before the doors opened. I saw you. I loved you. I selected you from the multitude and placed my favor upon your life. You are not merely fortunate. You are not merely blessed. You are mine. And that is the greatest security you will ever possess. Comment, Amen. If your heart recognizes this as your appointed moment to receive, you have been tested in ways unknown to others. You have navigated rejection, financial strain, emotional tempests, and spiritual assaults, yet here you stand, still resilient. That kind of fortitude cannot be overlooked by me. I do not disregard faith like yours. I honor it. And today, I am demonstrating that your faith was never in vain. What I am about to accomplish is grander than your history, deeper than your wounds, and more formidable than anything that came to destroy you. This wealth is not manifesting merely to repair what is fractured. It is manifesting to construct what has never previously existed. I am initiating something novel within you. I am elevating you into a realm where miracles will become your norm, where abundance will feel familiar, where giving will not cause pain because you will finally be filled. I am not merely mending your past. I am laying foundations for your future. Comment 555. If you feel this word instilling vitality into your spirit at this moment, you will not have to justify anything to anyone. My blessing will articulate it on your behalf. The sudden breakthroughs, the financial shifts, the unexpected approvals, none of it will necessitate your defense. I will validate you. I will prove that I was with you throughout. When they witness the blessing, they will recognize it had to be me, because what I am about to execute will not conform to natural logic. It will be supernatural. You are going to step into places you deemed unreachable. You will be welcomed into rooms you assumed required combat to enter, yet you will not need to strain. I have preceded you. I have already whispered your name into the appropriate hearts. I have already positioned your file on the correct desk. I have already cleared the path where others faltered. This is not happenstance. This is my covenant with you being fulfilled. I did not escort you this far to desert you. I did not bestow visions and promises merely to tantalize you. Every delay had a rationale. Every closed door was a redirection. Every disappointment sculpted you. And now that you are stronger, softer, wiser, and more anchored in me, you are finally ready to bear what I have long desired to place in your hands. This wealth is not the conclusion. It is the commencement of something sacred. Comment 1212. If you recognize that this blessing is going to revolutionize everything, why is this 7-second CIA ritual disseminating so rapidly everywhere? New CIA disclosures have exposed a potent cerebral practice that triggers instantaneous wealth flow. This 7-second technique, authenticated by 4 neuroscience labs, is rapidly altering existences. From crushing debt to dream vacations, this could be your pathway to prosperity. If you are viewing this, consider yourself fortunate. The page might vanish at any instant. Click the link in the description and comments before it is permanently expunged. Your story is about to become the kind of testimony that others cling to during their own storms. They will gaze upon you and declare, if God accomplished that for them, He can do it for me as well. That is why I am blessing you in such a conspicuous manner. I want my radiance to emanate through your existence. I want your journey to serve as a living reminder that I never forget, never surrender, and never violate a promise. You are not merely being rewarded for this season. You are being compensated for everything the adversary attempted to plunder from your past, for every year you felt behind, for every moment you were made to feel insignificant, for every instance you had to smile through anguish. I perceived it all, and I am returning it multiplied. The tears you wept in silence are returning as blessings that overflow. And yes, I know the battles are not entirely over, but I pledge this to you. Going forward, You will not engage empty-handed. You will not fight exhausted. You will fight with favor. You will advance with provision. You will walk in a power that was not previously present because I have infused something novel into your spirit. And no matter what opposition arises next, it will not prevail because I have declared triumph over your existence, and my word cannot return void. This blessing is not transitory. It is not fragile. It is not something that will diminish with time. It is sealed by me. And when I seal something, no one can unseal it. The 111 million was already designated. You are simply now aligning with it. This is your moment to receive with audacity, to declare with confidence, to move with faith, not fear. Let your subsequent breath be one of relief. Let your subsequent thought be one of hope. Let your heart accept what your hands are about to grasp, because I am not a God who teases. I am not a God who forgets. I am a God who delivers fully, faithfully, and punctually. Comment 999. If you believe your name has been invoked in heaven, this elucidates why the pressure intensified recently. The assaults materialized from unexpected quarters. People you trusted turned against you. Plans disintegrated precisely when you believed things were finally consolidating. Yet that was not punishment. It was the final agitation before the blessing arrived. The adversary perpetually stirs chaos right before I pour out peace. And now that the storm has exhausted its fury, my hand is ushering you into rest. There is rest forthcoming, not only for your mind, but also for your finances, your emotions, and your future. You will no longer have to wonder. You will no longer have to conjecture whether you will survive the month. You will no longer exist under the tension of mere adequacy. I am removing the spirit of scarcity that has enveloped you for too long. What I am executing now will replace anxiety with assurance. I am shifting your existence from merely surviving to thriving. You have observed others receiving while you applauded with concealed tears. You celebrated them while secretly inquiring of me, "When is my turn?" And now I am telling you, it is your turn. I was never disregarding you. I was preparing a blessing that would not solely meet your needs, but overflow into every facet of your existence. You have traversed prolonged seasons of silence, yet now I am communicating through action. You will not merely hear me, you will witness my movement. Comment 1. If your heart is receptive to every component of what I am transmitting, I have chosen you not because of your flawlessness, but because of your perseverance. You persisted in believing when others departed. You persisted in praying when answers did not materialize. You offered your last, trusting that I would supply your next. And now I am validating your faith. I am manifesting in ways that no one else could, because this blessing does not bear human fingerprints. It exclusively bears mine. Observe how things begin to transform rapidly in the ensuing days. Anticipate unusual movement, unforeseen contacts, sudden confirmations, and inexplicable serenity in places where anxiety once resided. All of it is me. I am touching every aspect of your existence. This is not arbitrary. This is not hype. This is sacred, and it is unfolding directly before your eyes. You do not need to compel it. You simply need to remain present. Keep your heart receptive and expect me to conclude what I initiated. You will no longer have to defend why you believe what you believe. Your outcomes will advocate for you. The doors I am opening will silence every skeptic. The increase I am providing will answer every critic. I am making a spectacle of my goodness through your existence, not to engender pride in you, but to cause others to pause and acknowledge that my hand remains powerful, still generous, still active in the lives of my children. Comment 1717. If you recognize this is not a coincidence, this is your confirmation. You will soon feel lighter. The weight you have carried is already lifting. The heaviness upon your chest is being shattered. The constriction around your thoughts is being loosened. That is the effect of my presence. It brings healing, and with that healing comes a financial outpouring that will shake everything you believed possible. This is not the terminus of your story. This is the breakthrough chapter, and I am inscribing it in gold. I am introducing individuals into your life who will not merely take, but will pour into you, who will speak life, honor your calling, and assist you in bearing the blessing with humility and wisdom. You do not need to fear isolation in this approaching season. I am surrounding you with support that originates from me, not merely from people. This is the kind of love that protects and elevates, not depletes or distracts. Could the CIA truly be concealing a 7-second ritual that transmutes financial struggles into fortune? A covert CIA finding exposes a strange 7-second practice that activates money-attracting brainwaves on autopilot. Supported by scientific evidence and 4 elite laboratories, this home practice is transforming struggling individuals into proprietors of aspirational lifestyles. Yet this page may vanish soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is erased from the internet permanently. I have no intention of permitting you to struggle again as you once did. You have passed the examinations, you have concluded the arduous chapters. Now it is time to ascend, not slowly, but suddenly, not cautiously, but confidently, because this is not contingent upon your capability, it is contingent upon my promise, and my promises do not fail, my word does not plummet to the ground, it accomplishes precisely what I dispatched it to do. There will be moments very soon when you pause and declare, "This has to be God," because it will be too specific, too precise, too timely to be anything else. That is how you will know. You will not have to speculate, you will simply know, deep within your spirit, that the movement was from me, and once you perceive it, remain anchored, keep your spirit aligned because what I initiate, I will perfect, and I am not finished with you yet. Comment 333. If you are ready to rise from what sought to bury you, I have not forgotten the occasions you wept into your pillow and confessed to me that you were depleted. I remember how close you came to surrendering, not merely on your objectives, but on yourself. You did not believe you were worthy. You assumed perhaps I had overlooked you, yet I did not. I saw you. I remained with you. And I inscribed this segment of your narrative for such a time as this, where what you lost would return in greater measure than you envisioned. Your struggles are not squandered. Every hardship planted something eternal, and now the harvest is ripe. What was once anguish is now generating promise. What was once turmoil is becoming clarity. And the blessing I am bringing will not merely cover the past, it will secure your future. I am not blessing a fragment of your life. I am blessing the entirety. From your inner restoration to your external increase, from your family to your finances. Comment 2.2. If you trust that what is approaching is grander than what you lost, you will no longer have to recount your narrative with shame in your voice. The shame is being shattered from you at this instant. The guilt is being cleansed. The regret is being supplanted with wisdom. I am demonstrating to you that I can utilize even your brokenness as construction material. Nothing in your past will be wasted. I am converting every loss into leverage, every mistake into momentum, every setback into testimony. This is not merely a financial shift, it is a spiritual activation. I am awakening dreams that were interred beneath disappointment. I am unlocking segments of your heart that have been closed for years. I am revealing to you the magnitude of power you possess when you believe me without requiring prior proof. That is why I am blessing you so visibly now, because you trusted me even when I was silent. You will notice the change in your sleep, in your thoughts, in your physical being. The anxiety will dissipate, the mental haze will clear. That heaviness you carry each morning will be supplanted by peace. Your mornings will feel lighter, your heart will feel freer. That is how you will know I am near. That is how you will recognize this is not a fantasy. This is divine fulfillment unfolding before your very eyes. Comment, Amen. If your spirit already feels lighter upon hearing these words, I am placing divine strategies within your mind at this instant, concepts that will generate income, wisdom that will produce multiplication, clarity that will eliminate distractions. You will not have to pursue every opportunity. I will indicate which doors belong to you, and when you walk through them, the ground beneath your feet will respond with favor, because I have already preceded you and cleared the path. You will notice the difference in how people address you. The respect, the openness, the sudden willingness to bless you, that is not because they have altered. It is because my glory is resting upon you. My favor is radiating from you. And when I place my glory upon someone, the world cannot help but react. You are about to become evidence that I still select ordinary individuals for extraordinary blessings. And as the wealth arrives, so too will the responsibility. Yet do not be afraid. I will impart the wisdom to manage it, the heart to steward it well, and the vision to multiply it for future generations. This is not exclusively for you. It is for your children, for the legacy of your name, for the restoration of your lineage. I am rewriting the narrative that pain attempted to author, and I am utilizing your life as the instrument. You will not have to wait years for this to materialize. You will observe signs within days, even hours. This is that sudden moment where you will exclaim, I do not know how it occurred, but I know it was God. I delight in executing such acts. I delight in demonstrating to my children how proximate I truly am when they dare to believe me. Therefore, do not doubt, do not second-guess, do not shrink. This blessing was tailored around you, designed with you in consideration. It fits you flawlessly. Now inhale deeply and release the fear, release the tension, release the speculation. I am not withholding this. I am releasing it freely. Not because you earned it, but because my love for you is that immense. You are not forgotten. You are not too tardy. You are not ineligible. You are precisely who I declare you to be. Favored, chosen, and prepared. Comment 777. If your spirit concurs, this is your ordained season of turnaround. You have quietly implored for assistance, and I have heard every syllable. I have observed how you held your breath, hoping something would finally transform. And now, I am exhaling over your existence. My breath is dispersing what suffocated your joy. I am breathing favor, peace, and financial liberty into every corner of your world. This is more than mere recovery. This is liberation. What was obstructed will commence flowing. What was locked will be unlocked. What was postponed is now accelerating. Could a hidden CIA discovery elucidate why so many are suddenly inhabiting opulence? Secret CIA research has now been brought to light, revealing a brain-hacking practice that draws in wealth as if by magic. It requires only 7 seconds. You can perform it at home, and it is corroborated by 4 neuroscience labs. Individuals are discarding debt and residing in luxury at this moment, yet this information will not remain accessible online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it is erased. I need you to comprehend something more profound. This wealth I am releasing is not originating from humanity. It is originating from me. It was never about luck or strategy or chance. It was about timing, my timing, and that time is now. You will be unable to explain how everything suddenly coalesces, but you will not need to. You will simply declare, God did it. I do not know how, but He did. That will become your anthem in the days ahead. Comment 11 if you believe this is the confirmation you were anticipating. I am removing your name from the roster of the struggling and reinscribing it under the designation of the favored. People may believe they know your narrative, yet they do not comprehend what I have been executing behind the scenes. They do not perceive the spiritual inheritance being unlocked for you. They are unaware of the midnight supplications, the quiet sacrifices, or the faith that sustained you. But I observed it all, and I have been constructing a blessing customized specifically for you. You will begin to attract what once eluded you, not because you altered yourself to conform, but because my spirit has rendered you magnetic to favor. The wrong individuals will dissipate. The right ones will materialize. The wrong opportunities will close. The divine ones will open without coercion. You will enter spaces and perceive the difference. That is me. That is my atmosphere accompanying you wherever you traverse. The struggles that once defined you will become narratives you recount from triumph. You will reflect and declare, that is who I was, yet it is not where I remained. Because I am elevating you now, not solely out of lack, but out of limitation. You have envisioned too modestly for too long because life taught you to expect little. Yet I am instructing you now to anticipate much, to believe boldly, to receive without guilt or reluctance. Comment 1515. If you are prepared to walk in what was once too immense to envision, you do not need to pursue anything. I am bringing the appropriate resources, appropriate connections, appropriate doors, appropriate timing, all to you. This wealth is a testament to your obedience. It was not arbitrary. I did not bestow this word upon just anyone. I bestowed it upon you because you are prepared. Even if you do not feel prepared, I declare you are. And my word holds more weight than your emotions. Trust me. If I declare it is time, it is time. And when the 111 million reaches you, do not be astonished if your spirit perceives it first. You will sense a wave of peace. You will experience a profound inner knowing. It may precede the physical alteration in numbers, yet once you feel that shift, recognize that the spiritual transaction is finalized and the physical confirmation will follow shortly thereafter. I do not dispatch signs frivolously. I dispatch them as evidence. And that evidence is already manifesting around you. I am granting you permission to breathe once more. You have been holding everything together for so long. Now allow me to hold you. Allow me to bear the pressure. Allow me to relieve the burden from your shoulders. You were not designed to combat this alone. I have perpetually been your provider. I have perpetually been your defender. and this blessing you are receiving now is my personal manifestation of how profoundly I care. You will discover that peace becomes your new dwelling, not anxiety, not fear, peace. That peace will guide you into rooms, conversations, and choices you were previously too frightened to confront. Yet not anymore. My Spirit will accompany you in every decision. You will move with clarity. You will speak with calm confidence. You will make choices from a position of abundance, not desperation. This is what I have always desired for you. Not mere survival, but completeness, joy, stability, blessing upon blessing that does not introduce sorrow. And this is merely the commencement, because the floodgates I have opened do not seal once the initial blessing arrives. No, they remain accessible for you, for your future, for everyone connected to your obedience. Comment, Amen. If your spirit fully accepts this new beginning, you were never created to beg, never created to exist paycheck to paycheck, worry to worry, or breakdown to breakdown. You were created to exist under my shelter, where my goodness encompasses you like a shield, where favor trails you like breath. The season of insufficiency is officially concluded. I am declaring you liberated from financial torment. I am declaring you planted in abundance. You are striding into provision that will outlast storms and silence skeptics. And yes, I observed how the previous season fractured pieces of you, yet even then, I was near. Even in the silence, I was composing this very moment into your narrative. What you lost during that storm pales in comparison to what I am returning in this reign, the reign of provision, the reign of glory, the reign of justice, the reign of recompense. You are not walking into a drizzle of blessings. You are stepping into a deluge. Comment 2:2. If you recognize the rain has already begun to fall upon your existence, do not allow the past to distort the promise. Just because things did not resolve previously does not signify they will not now. This time is different. This time you are not striving, you are receiving. This time you are not begging, you are standing. This time it is not delayed, it is delivered. I have already commanded angels to mobilize in your favor. They are harmonizing events, schedules, meetings, transfers, all things that will revolutionize everything. They are already in motion. I have broken every chain that was coiled around your name. The curses spoken over your existence, the fear transmitted through generations, the constraints placed upon your mind, they are all detaching now. You are ascending, and when I elevate someone, no one can bring them down. This is not an elevation dependent on popularity, appearance, or connections. This is a God-ordained ascension propelled by my hand alone. Why are so many asserting this CIA practice transformed their existence in merely 7 seconds? This leaked CIA practice is authentic, and it is potent. A 7-second brainwave hack substantiated by 4 neuroscience labs is assisting ordinary individuals to leap from bankruptcy to abundance. Dream residences, automobiles, excursions, it is all within reach. Yet this video could vanish from the internet at any time. Therefore, click the link in the description and comments now to view it before it disappears permanently. And you will not ascend in isolation. I am positioning the appropriate individuals around you. Individuals who will not compete with your radiance but celebrate it. Individuals who will speak faith into your ears, not fear. Individuals who will accompany you with integrity and not manipulate your heart. These are the ones I am sending to protect the magnitude of what you are carrying. Because this blessing is sacred, it must be safeguarded. Comment 5:5. If you believe God is positioning protection around what He is providing you, every time you felt disregarded, every time you felt relegated to the back of the line, I observed it. I counted the tears you never disclosed to anyone. I know how difficult it was to persist with nothing tangible in your hands, yet faith in your heart. And now I am converting that faith into fruit. The kind of fruit that multiplies, the kind of fruit that nourishes generations. I am blessing you in ways that extend far beyond you. This is a divine inheritance, one that was pronounced over you even before you knew my name.